I'm Boston 25 News reporter Drew Caritas in Boston South End, one of dozens of locations across the city where people have reported large chunks of ice falling from people's roofs down onto the sidewalk below. Just take a look at the size of these pieces. And that's not the only problem forming on people's roofs across New England with the snow and freezing temperatures.
The chunks are really big and they're falling from very high roofs.
Close calls involving large blocks of falling ice have Anna Rothman constantly looking up as she walks through her Boston neighborhood.
There was zero warning, and then I just heard it hitting on the ground. I'd been standing there and I just literally had walked through.
Days later, a nearby sidewalk on Milford Street was taped off after frozen, heavy chunks plunged down 5 stories from the roof of a brownstone building.
It's just quite scary seeing so much ice falling from the roof.
Well, that's an ice dam up there that's breaking apart, and then it's coming down in chunks like you have on the sidewalk there.
Mike Hilborn with RTD Ice Dam Removal based in Minnesota just brought 12 teams to Boston from the Midwest to clear ice dams, which form at the edge of roofs when the snow melts and refreezes.
I'm driving through Boston, and I see it everywhere. Here in Boston, it was 11 years ago that this very same thing happened.
He says the demand he hasn't seen here in over a decade spans from the city across the suburbs, where ice is backing up on roofs, getting underneath shingles and causing leaks.
It prevents water from exiting your roof because roofs aren't waterproof. What it does is it goes inside your house. So then it starts coming through your ceiling and starts buckling your floors.
He says ice dams that are not removed can cause thousands of dollars in damage when they thaw.
What we do is we steam it off, or we melt it off. And there's a snowstorm that's coming in, and that's just going to feed it, and these ice dams are just going to keep getting bigger.
Several roofers we spoke with warned against getting up on your roof yourself and trying to hammer or chisel off the ice. They say not only can that be dangerous, but it can also lead to more damage and problems. In Boston South End, Drew Caritas for your local station, Boston 25 News.